Guys, welcome. What? It's too dark. Like it can't be seen. Okay, let's adjust the lights. How's that now? Okay. Let's try something else. Okay, that light. Mm-hmm. Saying it's too bright. Okay, and this one? Oh, that's right. So, okay. Guys, cameraman, let's roll. Let's roll. We're back in business. Let's roll. Okay, guys, welcome to the second video of this case study. Remember last time we talked about how we're going to build a local business. We've been hearing people are building these businesses everywhere, left, right, and center, except from the bottom. So we're going to be the guys who are starting at the bottom to build this local business. So I've been watching these webinars by Rohan Gilks. Basically, it's a 27 weeks webinar. Not really weeks, but it's really 27 days. Yeah, he promises that in 27 days, you're going to launch your multi-million dollar business in the first month. Then the second month, you're going to get your first customer. I just watched the first day yesterday, and this is a highlight of whatever was covered in that webinar, what I think about it, and how I'm going to go forward. So first of all, the webinar just concentrated on three main things. The main things are basically we need to rewire our brain so that we can operate at the full potential. Second thing is we need to get a niche that provides value to a large segment of the population, like something that many people can pay for and something that they will pay you top dollar for it. And thirdly, we need to follow a proven system. And of course, he's promising to give us the proven system. So I'm all in. Like if he's giving me the system, why not? If I'm going to make money with it, why not? Okay, so the webinar was quite long. I think it went for 2.5 hours. I was watching it late at night and I got some gems from it. And I have to say, it turned out to be more of a sales pitch for his tools rather than a full course of whatever I was expecting. The webinar starts with him talking about himself, where he's from. So basically, he came from Barbados, now lives in Vegas. He came from Kenya, now living in Eldoret. He grew his local business to $15 million in 7 years. Remember I told you I heard about him back in 2018. So probably he's been doing this for way longer. So 7 years from today, that was when? I'm guessing that should be around, I'm not good with math, but that should be around 2020, 2019. That should be around 2016 there, 2015 there. So he's been doing this thing from around 2015, 2014 there. I only got to hear about him around 2018. Never took action, but 2021 is the year that I'm taking action. Okay, then of course, he's generated millions of dollars working from home. We all hear that from all the gurus. Then he shared his method with clients, and all of them are now generating millions of dollars. I've seen a couple of the clients on Facebook. I've interacted with them on Facebook, but of course, I don't know the numbers behind their business. So, anything that you see online, you have to take with a grain of salt. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt over there. And finally, all the clients that he's worked with, they've collectively generated over $150 million annually. Okay, I don't know their numbers, so I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully I'm going to add $1 million to them so that next year he's going to be giving out a testimonial that he has clients who are generating over $151 million. Okay. So the webinar starts with a background of his story. He was an accountant, got laid off, during the crisis. He had to find something to do. So his criteria for starting a business was just a set of 7 points, 7 or 6 points. I have them for you. So the first one is he has to start the business with as little cash as possible. And that's a good thing for me. I like to keep my costs down. I don't want to be spending a lot of money building a business that I'm not sure whether it's going to flourish or whether it's going to fall flat on the second month. Then he has to be able to work from his laptop. Of course, that's me. I've been working on my laptop since I think 2010 when I was in university, freelance writing. Shout out to all the article writers over there. Monthly recurring revenue. I love that. I used to be a freelance writer for a SaaS company called ChargeBee. Of course, they won't put my name over there on the articles, but check all the articles that they did from around 2013. You can see my voice over there. I know about lifetime value, churn, and a lot of things about SaaS, but that's a story for another day. And then not selling my time or getting paid by the hour. Of course, you want to be able to scale your business. The problem with being a freelance writer is that you can only write so many words within a certain day. So that means your income is potentially capped to how much you can do. Then, of course, something real and tangible that I could be proud of building, that's him speaking. Of course, you want only legit businesses, no shady businesses, no, what is this? What is it called? Is it called mini chat or what? No mini chat stuff. Just want legit businesses that you can share with your pops. And then something I can run from around the world. Yeah, that's me. I want my business to be fully remote. I want when I'm hiking some place in, I don't know, where do people go hiking? Maybe in the Rocky Mountains, my business should be still going on. So that's good. So those were the criteria for him choosing the business. And I think I pretty much agree with everything that he says. Those should also be my criteria. So over there, thumbs up. Next, of course, like the typical online marketer, he goes on telling his story how he failed and the lessons that he learned. So some of the things that he did was, first of all, he picked the wrong niches. Now, if you're an affiliate marketer, you know how picking a niche is so critical to the success of your venture. If you pick a niche about a niche that is very tiny, people are not spending money, of course, you're going to slave for the business. You're going to be doing a lot of work and getting very little revenue. So, of course, you want to pick the right niche. And then he had the wrong website layout. I'm not sure I really agree about that. I've seen very ugly websites generating tons of revenue. Take for example, Craigslist. Very ugly, looking so 90s, but it generates lots of revenue. So I'm not sure about that. And then he went after the wrong customer type. Yeah, definitely. You don't want to be chasing small-time customers who will pay you small monies. You want people who are comfortable paying lots of money for your service. You don't want to be chasing after the small-time customers. And finally, I still made a couple of dollars. Yeah, so despite all those challenges, he made some money from his ventures. So those were the lessons that he learned, which is good. He learned them for us. And for me, I'm just a student over here. That's now 7 years later, going through his path. Let's see how it's going to turn out for me. Okay, we go. So things changed for him. He gave us a screenshot of how much money he's been generating now. Here is where I got my eyes all opened up. So in 2012, he made $150,000 from the business. 2013, money racked up. It was $650,000. 2014, that's 1.3 million. 2015, 1.7 million. 2016, 2 million. 2017, 2.6. And then at 2018, he made close to 3 million. Now, of course, the million part is what got me curious about his course. Like, if he can make $1 million, I'm not even looking for $1 million. I'm just looking for, how much should I be looking for? 100K a month. I think 100K should be able to give me some good leverage and make it possible for me to travel around, not worry about money. Just be able to buy the nice things in life. Everyone loves the nice things. So yeah. Anyway, from there, he throws up some few testimonials on the webby. So there's this lady called Elena. They say Elena hit 600,000 in 18 months. So this lady doing the same business made $600,000 in 18 months. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to commit for 18 months to reach 600,000. If that's the price I have to pay, then definitely I'm all in. Like, just 18 months for 600,000. Definitely sign me up. Then, of course, some other guy called Neil. Neil says he hit $1.2 million annually. Okay, guys, we have to pause, like that's 1.2. Okay, you guys do know how many numbers we have in a million? That's dollars. Now equate that to your local currency. You see how big that number is. So in terms of my currency, that would be 100 million. Like if I can get 100 million, like annually, like I'm closing all the books, no more working. I'll just take a hike and take a trip anywhere. Just like my life will be all settled. Like I'll be all, man, you guys, this is some serious thing, Bana. This is some serious thing. Okay, some more testimonials followed in the Webby. And finally, we get to the meat of the webinar. So this first webinar was all about mindset. And the first thing is we need to rewire our brain to full potential. I think that is something that I've struggled with. Like most of the time, I remember when I was starting writing, we used to be paid $0.5 for every article. I know the people who started with me way back can relate. From there, we went to $1, then $5, $10, 20, 50, 100. Eventually, it scaled up. But during those initial years, I remember when I used to hear people are getting paid $5 per article, I was like, what? $5? That is too much. Then when I was getting paid $5 per article, I used to hear people are getting paid $20. I was like, what? Is it possible? When I reached 20, I used to hear people are getting paid $250. Man. So I know everything is possible. You guys can search my name, or in the freelance writing world, I'm known as Kevin Hatter. Just search for Kevin Hatter. Look for a website called honkyat.com. You'll see one of my articles from way back, I think probably 2010 or 2011 there. I wrote an article for that website. Yeah, so I was really grinding. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Grinding, like that's about 10 years. So man, time for bigger pastures or bigger things. Greener pastures, yeah, not bigger, greener pastures, not bigger pastures. So we need to rewire our brain. Definitely, I know my brain is rewired because of the people that I've interacted with, all the things that I've gotten to see during my brief time on the interwebs. Like, I know everything is possible. So the 1 million revenue, I know it's really definitely possible. I'm not even aiming higher for that 1 million revenue. I just want to get my first revenue. I think for the first 6 months, if I can hit my 10K, I'll be good. First year, if I can hit my 100K, I'll be good. Then, of course, if I hit that milli, it will even be better. Okay. So, before rewiring the brain, we get to learn that Rohan had some doubts about whether he could be successful. He was seeing other people being successful, and he was wondering why them, not him. Of course, I know all of us, we have this problem. You see people are successful, whether it's in affiliate marketing, whether it's in a local business, whether it's in writing, and you're like, what do those guys have that I don't have? How are they executing their strategy? Stuff like that. Well, basically, he just wanted a life of freedom, which is what I want, which I know is what most of you want. From there, we come to the second crucial thing that was covered in the webinar. So that thing was about finding a niche. Basically, you need a niche that provides value to a large segment of the population. So you already know these case studies about a cleaning business. And why a cleaning business? That's because like literally anyone needs their house cleaned. People are so busy. Yeah. You have kids to take care of, have school or classes or work to go to. You don't have time for cleaning your home. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start a cleaning business that's going to serve a lot of people in one area. And from there, if things go well, probably you can expand to other areas and move on like that. But basically, that's our niche. But apart from cleaning, there are tons of other niches that you can get into. I've talked before about lawn mowing. There's car detailing, there's babysitting, which other one have I seen? I think I've seen photo booth rentals, lots of local businesses. But for me, I'll be going the cleaning route because that's what Rohan is doing. And after analyzing all those other niches, I think cleaning is still a good bet. So we get to see a testimonial here about someone called Kiamisha. Kiamisha says that she finished her first year in business with 200,000 in gross revenue. Man, 200,000 in gross revenue. Okay, now I'm talking about gross. If you're talking about net, that should be something about between 75,000 to 100,000, which is still not like some small change, considering that you're not doing all the work. Basically, your other people are doing the work for you. So that's not some small change. That's still some major money. Okay, the third thing that we talked about. So we've talked about rewiring the mind so that you have the right mindset. Then we've also talked about finding a niche that you can serve a large group of people. And now the third piece of the puzzle is having a client attraction system. And as you can see on the screen, this system comprises of classifieds, a landing page, then there's a booking form, then the service is performed, then you get reviews. So in a nutshell, I'm going to explain to you what all these mean. So the first step is the classifieds. The classifieds, that's the step where clients come and find your company or come and find your service or whatever you're offering. That's through classifieds. From there, they land on the landing page. Landing page, basically, that's your website where they're going to land and get all the information about your business and stuff like that. Then third, we have the booking form. That's where they give you the money. They pay you for the services that you offer. Then service is performed, of course. The service is performed. And finally, your clients are very happy. They leave you great reviews on all these places. And those great reviews come and attract more clients to you, and from there it's a snowball effect. Your business grows and grows. So that's the client attraction and conversion process that this case study will be following. Well. That is that. So let me see. Towards the end of the webinar is when I came to realize that Rohan actually charges a fee for this service. So the fee is $197 per month. And for that fee, you get like lots of things. So for instance, he says you get a domain name, you get your website fully set up, you get some tons of tools. For instance, there's a hiring software that you'll get to use, you get some booking software. Apart from that, you'll be on call with him and his team, like they'll be on call anytime you need them, and a couple of other perks. At this point, man, I'm trying to keep my costs really down. You know, it's the corona period, so you don't want to be spending your money everywhere. I'm trying to keep my costs down. So I won't really be signing up for the course, but I'm going to watch all the webinars that he's going to put. They're supposed to be about 27 in total because he promises you'll have a business running in 27 days. This is the first day. So I'm going to watch all the webinars and implement everything he says. Look for alternatives for whatever he's offering. I'll look for alternatives because it's not really the tools that make the money. It's just the system and the process. If you understand the process, then you can do it on your own. That's what I believe, you know. You don't need someone to get you a domain name if you can get it on your own. You don't need someone to host your website. I already have other websites that I'm hosting, so it wouldn't make sense for me to buy into their course where they're going to host my website, since I can host the website for myself. It's also promising to give you a theme. I think I have a couple of cleaning themes that I have, so I'll just use my own themes. Basically, I'll just be improvising whatever they're recommending. I do it my own way, but I follow the system. That is the most important thing. Follow the system. One more thing that I forgot. When you pay for the course, you also get access to the group where all these other people who are following the course are in there. They get to ask questions, get answers from other veterans who graduated from the course in the previous years. Lucky for me, I just checked on my Facebook and I realized that I'm actually in the groups. Remember in the first video, I told you that I paid for the course last year. So it seems like my membership is still on. I can see I have access to the Facebook groups. So it's just like I've paid for the course, save for the tools that he's introduced and perhaps any other new perks that are being given this year. So for the most part, I think I'm 90% set, and I think I'm going to go on and on with this thing. Now, of course, a couple of concerns that have been at the back of my mind. For the first thing is the numbers that were being thrown during the webinar, like the guys saying they're making 600K a year, 1.2 million a year. The problem is all of them are talking about gross revenues. I was checking through the charts and everyone was asking, what's the net? What's the net? What's the net? There was no clear answer about the net. Now that's the issue. You can be making gross of 600,000. Maybe your net is 1,000. Doesn't make sense for me, Like, why have a gross of 600,000 and your net is 1,000? So I'm not really sure about the net. I guess I just have to dive in and see how my net is going to pan out. But for now, most people in the groups are saying their net is about 30% to 50%. So if someone is claiming to make 100K a month, that means in reality, their net is between 30,000 to 50,000. I'll still take it. 30 to 50% of that amount, I'll still take it. Okay. The other thing that I'm concerned or worried about is this corona thing. You see, I'm not really sure how people in the States are coping up with the pandemic. I don't even know whether they're allowing cleaners to get into their homes. I'm not even sure whether cleaners need specific uniforms or protective gears or PPEs to get into clients' homes. I'm not really sure about all that. So this is going to be a challenging process for me. It's going to be a learning process, but you know me, I'm going all in. Whatever happens, I'm just going to push and push. And you guys are going to be here cheering me up. And of course, the haters watching me fail. Of course, I won't fail. How can I? How? Finally, it's the hiring process. I'm not really sure how I'm going to hire the cleaners. Like, those guys are at very different time zones, all the way in the States. I don't know how I'm going to hire them. Should I be using Skype? Should I hire them through a hiring software? How am I going to do the background checks? All those are things that I anticipate to be challenging for me, but I'm just going to push through. Whatever happens, happens. But at the end of the year, I'm going to have a cleaning business. You can bet $1 on that. I'm going to have a cleaning business. Well, I guess that's a whole review of the first day of the training. So the first day was all about the mindset and an introduction to the business. And I can tell you my mindset is all set. Perhaps my doubts are making it seem like my mindset is not all set, but it's all set. I'm fully going into this business, and I'll be telling you whatever I'm doing every day for the next 27 days. So guys, tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about the case study. Tell me what you think about the business. Tell me whether you think I'm going to be successful or I'm going to fail. The floor is open. And of course, you guys, I need those subscribers. So make sure you're subscribing. Give me a like, like right now, give me a like. Make a comment over there. And then I guess I'll see you on the next video. And until then, keep pushing. And I'm out.